In recent years, Vietnam was considered a rising star in Southeast Asia, a favorite destination for expats, digital nomads, and retirees. But in 2025, the tide is shifting. More and more foreigners are choosing to leave the country, not just for a visit, but for good. Why is this happening? What changed in a country that once felt full of promise? Today, we're diving deep into the real reasons why most expats are packing their bags and leaving Vietnam in 2025. Let's start with one of the biggest issues: Vietnam's broken visa system. Unlike Thailand or Malaysia, Vietnam still hasn't introduced a proper retirement visa or digital nomad visa. Before the pandemic, foreigners could easily get a 6-month multiple-entry tourist visa. That was convenient, affordable, and stress-free. But fast forward to today, those days are gone. Now, most people are stuck with a 90-day e-visa, and if you're on that, forget about opening a bank account, renting a long-term apartment, or setting up a stable life. This lack of long-term visa options has pushed many long-time expats to leave for countries with better visa policies, like the Philippines, Indonesia, or even India, which offers you a 1-year or a 5-year tourist visa. Next, we need to talk about money. Vietnam, especially cities like Saigon and Hanoi, is no longer as cheap as people remember. The cost of food, rent, and utilities has skyrocketed. A big part of that is due to inflation and ongoing U.S. tariffs, which have impacted Vietnam's economy more than expected. Many locals and expats are feeling the pinch. As a result, some foreigners are moving out of the big cities and choosing to live in smaller towns or the countryside, where life is slower and cheaper. But for others, the rising cost of city life is just too much, and they're deciding to leave Vietnam entirely. In Vietnam, freedom of speech online is limited. Recently, the government has tightened its grip on social media content, namely Facebook and YouTube. If you're a foreigner posting anything even slightly controversial, especially about politics or cultural issues, you might be watched and be under surveillance by your local district authority. There have been cases of expats being monitored, detained, or even blacklisted just for sharing their opinion online. Most are usually undercover officers, both male and female. It's better I don't get into the details about this. This creates a culture of fear and silence, where you have to be very careful about what you say and post on social media platforms. For some, it's just not worth the risk anymore. This is a small detail, but a big problem. If you're staying in Vietnam on a 90-day tourist e-visa, you cannot legally open a local bank account. That means no local debit card, no online payments, and a lot of extra fees for ATM withdrawals or money transfers. For long-term travelers and remote workers, this makes life incredibly difficult, and another reason why they're choosing countries with more practical systems for foreigners. Let's talk about the air quality in Vietnam. Hanoi recently made headlines as one of the most polluted cities in Southeast Asia. During certain months, the air quality index, AQI, goes beyond safe levels, especially in urban centers. If you have asthma, allergies, or kids, this isn't just an inconvenience. It's a real health hazard. Many expats, especially families, are saying, enough is enough. It's time to find a healthier place to live. Life in Vietnam can be lonely, especially if you don't speak the language. Some foreigners report feeling socially isolated, even after years of living here. Mental health struggles like anxiety, depression, and loneliness are surprisingly common among long-term expats. Vietnamese society isn't particularly open when it comes to making new friends with foreigners, especially outside of tourist areas. If you're not part of an expat circle or community, it can be hard to build deep, lasting connections. Food in Vietnam is delicious, no doubt, but food hygiene remains a serious concern. There are regular reports of food poisoning, dirty kitchens, and unsafe practices, even in mid-range restaurants. Add to that the increasing number of petty theft cases, phone snatching, and tourist scams, especially in big cities like Saigon, and it's easy to understand why many foreigners don't feel as safe anymore. Vietnam's roads are among the most dangerous in Southeast Asia. Every year, thousands of people, including expats, are injured or killed in road accidents, mostly involving motorbikes. Lack of traffic discipline, minimal law enforcement, poor road conditions, and reckless drivers make daily commuting a genuine safety risk. It's stressful, unsafe, and for many, simply not worth it. Let's face it, living in Vietnam doesn't help you grow financially. If you're an English teacher or working in hospitality, salaries are often low and stagnant. Even remote workers find that Vietnam lacks the banking support, legal infrastructure, and business environment to scale income reliably. It's hard to build long-term financial security here, especially when you're constantly dealing with visa uncertainty and limited access to financial services. Many expats feel like they're just surviving, not thriving. Now, I hate to say this, but Vietnam is not equally friendly to all foreigners. If you're from a Western country, life might be comfortable. But for Indians, Africans, or other non-Western expats, there's often a different reality. Discrimination happens in workplaces, housing, and even in simple day-to-day interactions. Some Indians report being ignored or mistreated at restaurants, denied job opportunities, or charged higher rents. Over time, this takes a toll on mental health and quality of life, and many choose to leave rather than deal with subtle racism every day. So why are most expats leaving Vietnam in 2025? It's not just one reason. It's a combination of visa issues, rising costs, racism, isolation, and safety concerns. Vietnam still has many good things to offer: beautiful landscapes, rich culture, and warm hospitality. But the challenges are growing, and many feel that other countries now offer a better balance between cost, quality of life, and long-term stability. What do you think? If you're living in Vietnam or thinking of moving, let us know in the comments. Would you stay or leave? And don't forget to subscribe for more honest takes about life in Southeast Asia.